Hello, in this video I'm going to be showing how to create a Cordova phone app using Angular.js as your project. So in order to do this I'm using WebStorm and I've created an empty project, and I'm going to open up the terminal and I'm going to show you. You can do all this from the command line, but just for visual sake I'm going to use WebStorm. So from the command line, I'm already in the folder and I'm going to initiate my Angular generator. This is Yeoman. It's a project scaffolder, and I have Angular generator installed, so it's able to create Angular projects. And I'm going to select no to Sass with compass and no to bootstrap, and I'm also going to select no to cookies and no to sanitize and no to animate. So don't really need them. I'll leave resource, root and touch. Need touch definitely for this, and this is going to take a few minutes. So just to explain a bit, I came across this problem where I wanted to use Angular to do a PhoneGap project for college, and I couldn't find a very clear way of how to create a project. I eventually did find a way, so I'm going to create a video. It's the first time to create a video, so it's probably going to be terrible. But you know, I said I'd do it. It's time I took that leap, and this is, I suppose, to give a background, this is a Mac book, so it's OS X, and with OS X I used Homebrew to install Cordova, and I used Node and npm to install Yeoman, Grunt and Bower, and the Angular generator for Yeoman. And that's the basic configuration you need. I'm going to use iOS, an iOS simulator. So in order for that, you need to have Xcode up to date, and you also need to have opened it at some stage and installed the command line tools and stuff like that. There's other guys that will show you how to do that. So you should have a simulator available for iOS. So you see our project is built now, and while we're waiting for it to open up here in WebStorm, I am going to show you the one JavaScript library we're going to add in, and it's called Mobile Angular UI. And we're going to use this command here to install it, and it's going to help us to, it's basically going to bootstrap our app, if you like. So I'm going to use that command and it will install it for us, and we can have a look at our project structure now. So the Angular generator creates our app folder, which has our scripts, our styles, our views. If we created services, they go in here, and so on and so forth, directories and that, directives, sorry. So we can see our app.js, and this is our main Angular module. And we can also see our index.html. And index.html does not have mobile Angular UI added yet. So we're going to remedy that now. And we're going to do that we're going to serve our page. Grunt is going to serve the page, is also going to add in those libraries for us. We can see what the page looks like here in our browser. So Grunt is now watching the page for changes. So we're going to open up a new terminal, and the problem we're going to have, first problem we're going to have with Cordova, is that the Bower components, as you can see here, our source is Bower components /Angular, and that would be fine if Bower components was actually in the app folder here, but it's not. So that's the first thing we need to do. We need to copy that in to our app folder, and we're going to see this is going to help our Cordova project, our Cordova Create project to build the app, because if we didn't do that, we wouldn't have access to the components, and we wouldn't have a project. We'd have no JavaScript, we'd have no CSS, we wouldn't have any of that stuff. So our second thing is we're using a different sort of markup type and that, and we don't need a lot of this stuff here, so we're just going to get rid of it. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy in our example here, our example from basic layout from the Mobile Angular UI website. So we're just going to copy in this markup and paste it in here. And we're going to make one or two changes. And the first change, I suppose, will be we're going to add another one of these maybe, just to show that we're going to add it for about. And this will allow us to go to the About page. It's just going to show how routes and how views are going to work with Cordova when we run it. So another thing we're going to do is we're going to check out this file and this file, because if you look at the UI, the Angular, Mobile Angular UI, you will see that it says set up a mobile only app. And the mobile only app requires just the Mobile Angular UI base CSS file. So that's what we've done. We've just left it at the UI base. And that's the last thing we have to do before we create our Cordova app, is to add in our Mobile Angular UI module, so that it's available to the main module and it will be automatically bootstrapped. So with all that done, we should be able to see the changes in our project in our browser. And it has come up. Yes, we have our About, and that's our About page, and there's our home page. Now let's see how to get this running in Cordova. So we're gonna leave this folder alone, and we're going to cd out of it and create a new app. We have to create in a new folder, so we have to use a different folder. So we're going to call it my app A, and this is the link to command, which is going to link our Cordova project to my app /app, which is where all our stuff is, the stuff we need for our project. So we run that command, and I forgot to use create. So we will create our project, and then we're going to cd into our project, and then we're going to add our iOS platform, and we're going to run it. So Cordova will build our project, and it will run it in our simulator. And here's how our project looks. So we have there's a couple of issues with CSS. The style, as you can see when I'm home, I can still see my app of the menu, so that needs a bit of work. And we have our About page, but that's basically how we set it up. We have our basics now. We have our Angular app running, and it's system linked to this app folder. So changes here will be represented in further runs. And yeah, so you can knock yourself out. I hope you've found this video useful, and I'd like to see any comments you have or any issues you have. You can comment under this video. Thanks for watching.